What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video, and this time we're going to be talking about revenge counter. If you watched my last video, I was talking about neutral. Revenge counter is actually affecting a lot of matches now because revenge counter is pretty cheap to use, and they did buff it in a shadow patch. So basically now it has extra tracking. A lot of people are using it to get out of combos whenever they get attacked. So I wanted to make this video because revenge counter is actually very important to know how to play around and against. So I'm going to be going into training mode to give some advice on how to handle revenge counter. Okay, so let's start. The computer's set to revenge counter right now. Okay, so what are the options to go against revenge counter? Okay, so as you know, if you get hit with revenge counter and you just spam square, there's a lot of lag to your attack. See how slow Frieza move? Takes an hour for me to be able to hit again. But if you hit circle as you get hit, you can hit a lot faster, okay? So a lot of people are just abusing revenge counter right now. If you don't know that knowledge, you're gonna get hit, right? Let's say you know that people know how to exploit revenge counter. What you could do, you could play some mind games, right? I hit him with a revenge counter. I know he's gonna hit a combo. I could perception right after, right? Because perception is fast enough to catch that hit that's coming. So just perception right after the revenge counter. That's after you hit it, revenge counter. Okay? So that's going to play some mind games. It's going to slow them down. They're going to think twice about exploiting that. Because you're going to get caught by perception every time they try to glitch their revenge counter. Okay? So that's one way to defend against it. Another thing that people do with revenge counter is this right here. So after I get hit, I could go with a light smash. That's gonna cancel any light chain moves coming from the front. So let's say if I were to hit a revenge counter and try to hit him right after, if he does that, it's gonna catch my move, okay? And I do that a lot. But see, what happens is that it becomes rock, paper, scissors, because if people know you're gonna do this, then they're gonna do that, okay? They're gonna do that and cancel out your chain move, okay? So what people are doing now to prevent yourself from getting hit by this right there, what they do, they'll hit a revenge counter and they'll sidestep, okay? And sidestep will beat that light smash attack. So basically the safest thing you could do against revenge counter is sidestep right after. That's what people are doing the most. It's the safest option. The other option you have is to glitch it if you want to be risky. But if the opponent knows that people can glitch revenge counter, then they're gonna counter with perception. So here, perception, right? The last option that nobody talks about is that you can super counter a revenge counter. Watch. See? And the input window is actually very lenient, at least on training. Now we know when we go online, there's a lot of input delay and lag. So sometimes you won't be able to super counter. And in the heat of battle, you're going to be spamming buttons. Because of the input delay, you kind of have to spam your combos more than in training, where you could be a little more intentional. But in training, at least, it's pretty easy to get the super counter against a revenge counter. See? And the input is very lenient. It's like you barely have to try to get it. Basically, once you hear that noise, you press up and square and you get it. See? It's very lenient. You can get it pretty often, at least in training mode. Now, you're gonna have to practice it in matches, but if the input is lenient in training mode, it'll be lenient online. It's just the input delay will make it a lot harder, you know? See, I could get it pretty consistently, and you know, I'm not the best at super countering. I would say I'm like slightly above average, you know, about average for a Z rank. But see, I could get super counters on revenge counters pretty easy, so it's one thing that eventually people are going to start doing. One thing I do want to mention is that people are evolving. I feel like the player base as a whole is better. And that's really good because every time I go online, I basically get good matches now. I get limited cheesers. There's barely no cheesers. I think the only cheese tactic that people do is that they go like auto spark in quick matches. But even that, like, is not that bad, you know? So to summarize, you have the option to glitch it, right? Glitch it by pressing circle as you get hit, just like that. The other option would be to light smash after you get hit. If they don't know the glitch, so do that. That will cancel out any light chain follow-ups after the revenge counter. The other option would be to perception after your revenge counter if they do know how to glitch it. So you revenge counter and perception right after. And if they try to glitch it, they will catch, the perception will catch that light chain move. Okay, so that's the counter to the people who are exploiting revenge counter. The safest option, however, after every revenge counter is just to, well, not that. See, and that's how easy the input is. You could kind of like accidentally do it, but hold on. Just sidestep, you know, right after, just sidestep. Now, the one thing is, if they do have key, they can attempt a super and catch you if you sidestep. So that's what I've been doing because people like to sidestep. My favorite move is to light smash after it, so they like to sidestep after they adapt. Sidestep, you know, that's what you want to do to counter the light smash. That right there. Okay, so those are your options when revenge countering. Right now, revenge counter is very strong, very common, so you're gonna have to deal with it a lot. So remember all of these options when you are online fighting. Okay, if you get advanced enough, you could practice that right there, and it's not really that hard. Go to training mode and try it out. Just up and square when you hear that revenge counter noise, just like that. See? I think the hardest part about it is that you're gonna be spamming buttons when you're comboing, so just like that. All right, guys, so that's the video. Short video this time. I'll catch you on the next one. I got some videos coming up, a DP battle team featuring Piccolo and some other people that I've been playing recently, so be ready for that one. Like and subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace out.